What do you do when life doesn't go according to plan? When pain, hardship, or loss breaks down the walls you've built to feel safe? Do you collapse under the weight of it, or do you rise? Do you seek meaning in the suffering, or do you let it consume you? History is filled with people who endured unspeakable hardships. But one man, standing at the pinnacle of power, wrestled not just with external adversity, but with the inner storms of doubt, fatigue, and the human desire for control. His name was Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, a philosopher, and a man who faced relentless turmoil with clarity, humility, and strength. Though he commanded armies and governed an empire, Marcus was not immune to life's pain. He endured the death of children, betrayal, war, illness, and constant political strife. Yet through it all, he cultivated not bitterness, but wisdom. He left us Meditations, a journal not written for fame or followers, but for himself, a series of reminders to remain calm, rational, and grounded in virtue, even when the world was falling apart. In a time like ours, marked by uncertainty, burnout, and rapid change, the writings of Marcus Aurelius offer us more than ancient wisdom. They provide a blueprint for how to endure and transcend adversity, not through denial or escape, but through inner transformation. Before we begin, I want to welcome you to the Unfolding Journey, a space where we explore timeless truths from philosophy, psychology, and personal growth. If you're someone who's searching for depth, meaning, and tools to navigate life with more resilience, you're in the right place. We believe that growth is not a straight line, it's an unfolding process. Each challenge, each triumph, each quiet moment of reflection moves us forward. And today, we'll walk the path with Marcus Aurelius as our guide. To understand the depth of his teachings, we must understand the life Marcus lived. Born in 121 AD, Marcus Aurelius was raised in a world of privilege but not comfort. He was adopted into the Roman imperial family, trained in rhetoric, politics, and philosophy from a young age. His education emphasized duty, reason, and self-discipline, all core elements of the Stoic tradition. When he became emperor in 161 AD, he faced one of the most turbulent periods in Roman history. Devastating plagues, widespread war, natural disasters, and internal conspiracies. Throughout this turmoil, Marcus led not only as a ruler, but as a student of philosophy. He turned to Stoicism not as an abstract theory, but as a way of surviving, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. He didn't preach perfection. He acknowledged frustration, anger, and sorrow, but he constantly brought himself back to what mattered: character, virtue, and the choice to meet adversity with calm resolve. One of the most powerful themes in Meditations is the idea that adversity is not the enemy. It's the training ground for the soul. Marcus wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This single line has become a cornerstone of modern Stoic thought. Rather than seeing obstacles as blocks, Marcus saw them as paths. Each hardship was a chance to practice courage, patience, humility, and endurance. Think about how revolutionary this is in today's world. We're often conditioned to avoid pain, to medicate discomfort, to seek comfort at all costs. But Marcus challenges us to lean into difficulty, not because suffering is good, but because it's transformational. Pain sharpens clarity. Loss teaches us about impermanence. Frustration reveals the limits of our control and reminds us where true power lies, in our response. When we begin to see adversity as an opportunity for virtue, we transcend the role of the victim and step into the role of the philosopher, one who sees with deeper eyes. Marcus Aurelius returned again and again to the idea of perspective. He reminded himself constantly, things are not bad or good by nature. It is our judgment that labels them. He wrote, "Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been." To the modern reader, this might sound cold or unrealistic. But for Marcus, it wasn't about denying emotion. It was about not being ruled by it. Life happens. Events unfold. People betray. Illness strikes. But the meaning we assign to those events, that is our domain. This mindset doesn't require suppressing feeling. It requires watching those feelings without letting them override reason. It asks us to step back, zoom out, and see the whole picture. Often, what feels unbearable in the moment becomes a lesson in hindsight. By cultivating perspective in real time, we reduce suffering and act more wisely. This practice isn't easy, especially in our reactive culture, but it's freeing. When you realize that your inner world doesn't have to be dictated by the external one, you unlock a sense of strength that cannot be taken away. One of Marcus Aurelius's most consistent practices was reminding himself of what he could control and what he could not. He writes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is the core of Stoic resilience, understanding the boundary between what belongs to us and what doesn't. We can't control the market. We can't control the behavior of others. We can't even control how long we live. But we can control our intentions, our actions, our words, our attitude. When we let go of trying to control the uncontrollable, we free up energy to focus on what actually matters. This doesn't mean we become passive. It means we become strategic. We direct our attention toward what we can change, ourselves. In this way, letting go is not surrender. It is self-mastery. Another theme Marcus returned to often was mortality. Far from being morbid, he saw reflecting on death as a way to live more fully. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do, say, and think." This wasn't a fear tactic. It was a call to presence. When we remember how temporary everything is, our possessions, our roles, even our bodies, we stop wasting time on trivial things. We stop obsessing over the opinions of others. We stop delaying our dreams. Marcus used mortality as a motivator, not to panic, but to focus, to be intentional, to forgive quickly, to love more, to live by virtue, because life is short and character is all we leave behind. This awareness is rare in today's culture, which often encourages us to distract, avoid, or deny our impermanence. But by embracing it, we sharpen our sense of purpose. Throughout meditations, Marcus returns to the central Stoic idea: virtue is the only true good. Everything else, wealth, status, pleasure, power, is fleeting. He wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." In other words, live with integrity. When life is hard, don't lose yourself in resentment or revenge. When life is easy, don't lose yourself in arrogance or indulgence. For Marcus, adversity was the ultimate test of character. It's easy to be good when things are going well. But can you be just wise and disciplined when everything is falling apart? That is the real challenge. That is the real strength. Modern application, enduring and transcending today. You may not be an emperor, but you are a human being facing your own battles, relationships, uncertainty, self-doubt, loss. Marcus's wisdom still applies. So how do we endure and transcend adversity in the modern world? Start with your mindset. Train yourself to see difficulty as a teacher, not a punishment. Ask, what is this moment asking of me? Simplify your focus. Return to what you can control, your thoughts, your actions, your choices. Let go of what's beyond you. Reflect daily. Like Marcus, use journaling to review your day. Ask yourself, did I live by my values? Or did I act out of fear or ego? Meditate on impermanence. Use mortality not as fear, but clarity. What really matters? What can you let go of? Pursue virtue. Let your compass be integrity, not results, not appearances. Stand tall in who you are, especially when life tests you. Marcus Aurelius lived in a time of immense uncertainty. So do we. But through his writings, he reminds us that adversity does not define us. It reveals us. It strips away illusion, ego, and distraction, and shows us what we're truly made of. His message is clear. You were not born to crumble. You were born to endure and to transcend. If this message resonated with you, I invite you to subscribe to The Unfolding Journey. Here, we explore ancient wisdom and modern tools to help you grow into your most grounded, resilient, and purposeful self. Tap that subscribe button, leave a comment with your favorite quote from Marcus, and share this with someone who could use a little strength today. Thank you for watching, and remember, what stands in the way becomes the way. See you next time.